This is the Fixx on Dash Radio. Get the shit.
What up, what up? We're back. This is the Fixx on Dash Talk X. So right now we got a gentleman in the building with his boys. He has a dope magazine that's out. I like the magazine. I feel like this is what we need in the rap game. Actual physical magazines that you can pick up. And he actually featured the Fixx in there too. So I appreciate the love on that, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You guys introduce yourselves also.
Hey, what's up? It's 21K, Overtime Hustling Magazine.
King OG, Park Boys, Overtime Hustling Magazine.
Jesus Christ, Overtime Hustling.
So what made you guys want to put a magazine together? It seemed like people were, going straight digital and not the physical form for a long time. What made you want to bring it back to the essence of magazines with hip hop and everything like that?
Yeah, the magazine idea came. I started as a graphic designer.
Okay.
For a different magazine. So really just dealing with some of the issues I was dealing with designing for them.
Okay.
I thought maybe I could make a magazine myself.
Okay.
And I just wanted to keep it different than everything. So when everybody else went digital, I still appreciate holding CDs and shit like that.
Me too, man.
It's a different feel when you have the hard copies.
Yeah. So what do you guys do with the magazine with him? Like, what are you guys' roles?
Well, basically, it's like these two, they still in NY.
Okay.
Now I'm based out of here. I'm from Compton. So
okay.
So basically, what I do is like when they're not around, I basically work the end on over here on this side.
Okay.
We kind of like bounce things back and forth. Like if he can't physically be there, then I'll pull up and handle it for him, and then shoot it back, graphics, different things, photos, events, things like that. If they not here, then I'll be the face for it, and vice versa. Sometimes I go there and they come here and
Okay.
just work it like that. Like it's basically a team east to west like that.
That's what's up.
And essentially the same thing on the East Coast is I'll do interviews, photos. If we can't get to something, I'll take care of it, stuff like that.
That's what's up, man.
How do you all, how do you all thin out what you want to feature in your magazine?
Really, each issue when I sit down and just come up with the idea, I just go off of what I already have. So like for the next issue, we have Dream Doll from Love and Hip Hop. She's gonna be on the cover, and then I have we interviewed Tasha Scott the other day, the actress Tasha Scott. So the next issue we're gonna have a section dedicated just to females.
I like that.
And then of course we're gonna have Jay Wealth on the other cover. So.
Yeah, what about Codigo Red? Okay,
we
have Codigo Red on the cover.
Yeah, we got a spot for that too.
Look at you over there trying to take my shine. Yeah,
that's
I'm looking forward to that because, like, just growing up, what I'm saying, I would put my last little bit of money together to get a double XL or the Source magazine. So to actually see myself on some shit, that shit gonna trip me. I'm about to frame the shit out that motherfucker. Put that shit on shirts. You gonna see a nigga with that shit on the shirt, all that shit. Walking billboard. But what has the reception been from, the fans, having the magazine and everything? Like,
It's been all love. It's been great. People love the magazine, and it's getting recognized when we go places now. So it's great.
Yeah, and you guys got like some big name artists on each magazine. The articles are all dope. You know what I'm saying?
The names keep getting bigger. We had Slim 400 on the last issue. We've had Joel Santana on the cover. Troy Ave's been on the cover.
Percy.
Big Percy, Big Psych. So it's definitely Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine, Griselda Records.
That shit's dope, man. Yeah. That shit is hella dope. I like that you guys are doing that, man, because like I said, back in the day, when I was riding the bus and shit, that was my entertainment. Nigga didn't have no iPod, no iPads, no fucking cell phone, none of that. I had my magazine in a backpack, you know what I'm saying? And I would read all the hip-hop articles. So to see that back out there like that, I think that's some dope shit. That's real hip-hop to me.
Yeah, that is. And it needs to get back to that, and I love that it's coming back. So I want to know, where do you all think hip-hop is right now? What's its stance?
I think it's in a good place right now. I think it's real creative. You don't just have one lane of hip hop. It just keeps breaking off into different subcategories. So you got trap hip hop, you got lyrical hip hop, you got conscious hip hop. So I like where it's at right now.
Yeah.
2018's been one of the best years for hip hop, realistically. And it's one of those things like it's a living thing. It's not dead. It's a living thing, and it just keeps evolving and growing. The sound keeps changing. The artists keep changing, and everything is dope. I mean, not everything is dope, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
So is there something that you guys, see down the line that you want to do with the magazine, like grow to your own award show? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got the Source was a magazine, and they had the Source Awards. You never know, Overtime Hustling could have its own award show down the line too. That'd be dope.
That would be super dope.
Yeah, you never know. We not putting no limitations on nothing. So sky's the limit. The underdogs that's putting in the work is still there too, and those are people that get overlooked.
Yeah. And then they end up being the big stars, and then they could be like, my first magazine I was in was your magazine, and they'll always show love to your shit. So that's the dope part of that, you know.
Yeah. A lot of the local artists lead up to the big artists from building relationships, and this is my people, and boom, boom, boom. It just snowball into something huge.
And then they're more appreciative being in the magazine, and they'll go promote it more than like a big star. To them it's just like, I'm in another magazine, it's whatever. Because that shit happens on the show too. Motherfuckers come in here, they've been on tons of shows. You never promote the shit. But somebody, this may have been their second or third interview, they'll promote it like a motherfucker. It's because they're more appreciative because they on the come up. And that formula you guys are using for the magazine, I think that's smart as fuck. Like real shit.
Definitely. And I think it's cool because I feel like with me, I've always associated hip hop with visuals. So like hip hop with graffiti. And I don't really see graffiti and hip hop. I mean, they're still going to have a relationship regardless, but you don't really see that connection anymore. But because you guys are providing some type of visual, do you feel like that's been missing from the game of hip hop? Like you were saying, when you had the Source, and I remember, I forgot what my mom used to order.
XL?
Yeah, I used to look at these magazines all the time. My mom used to purposely purchase them for me, but they're missing now. So do you all feel like that's what's really missing from hip hop?
Yeah, I think it's that. And then we was actually talking about it the other day. So when you look at something on the phone, you constantly got them notifications popping up. So, you may click a new message or something like that, and then you get completely distracted from the magazine. When you have the magazine there, you're sitting there reading it. You don't have nothing popping up, so you can actually read about these artists, learn about these artists, and continue to follow them.
Yeah.
So I think just keeping it in print is what's missing, really, because everything's on the phone at this point.
And I like
at some point you need a break from that.
I like that back in the day, when an album would come out, you would pick up a magazine to see what the ratings was or which tracks they're like, look out for this track. And then I'll be like, I want to hear this shit to see if I even like the track. And I noticed in you guys' magazines, it has that same shit. So like I said, when I first opened the magazine, it took me back in the day. Like, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? This is all the shit that made me fall in love with hip hop. Was you had that magazine and you would read that shit over and over until the next one would come out. And I feel like that's what the game needs right now. Everything, like we were saying, you could pick your phone up, but then like a text will come up, you distracted, you done lost where you were, or you may not even go back and finish what you're reading, but when you got that magazine, you gonna know exactly where you left off. You could take that shit on the shitter, you know what I'm saying? The bus, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit, like, that's missing, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know Eminem was white until I went and bought the Source in high school.
See?
And I flipped it to the unsigned hype, and I looked and seen his name next to his face, and I knew his music already. I ran home to call my peoples like, Eminem is white.
Yeah.
Go get a Source right now. Go to 7-Eleven right now.
Hell yeah.
We used to catch the bus in high school to go get a tape or a CD just to read the insert. So, we appreciated it a little more because we had less. But the game is at a great place right now. The talent ain't all where it's supposed to be, but as far as like the whole game, I think this is the best space because we never own nothing. Now we actually can control our stuff.
Yeah.
It's not in the corporation's hands as much as it was. As long as we balance it out with talent, with the people that's just popping off of going viral or just being cool, then it's always been both of each side. But as long as it's a equal balance, then it's all good. It's always been corny shit. It's always been hard. You know what I mean? So
one thing I noticed too back in the day, and it's in your magazine too, is like certain artists that would pay for their own ad space in those magazines. I would always see their faces in it. And then you fast forward to now, they're like some of the big artists. Because I used to always see like Chameleon and Paul Wall always paying for their shit. And I'm like, who the fuck is this white dude and this black dude? You know what I'm saying? And the pictures would be dope. And it would make me want to listen, like, let me see what their shit is about. Now, fast forward, they know. So, like, that's, for instance, like in your magazine, somebody paid for ad space. Like, for instance, the Fixxx was in there. people gonna see us in there and be like, what the fuck is that? Who's the girl with the hair? The nigga that think he tight with, you know, the other
And the other nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know who the fuck I am.
yeah.
Stop.
Here we go. Stop it. But it'll make somebody be like, let me listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the magazine provides you that.
Yeah, we actually had that with Reason from TDE. So
Okay.
Reason put out a project, I want to say like 3 years ago, the Free Project, and we reviewed that in the magazine. And then, you know, he signed the TDE, just put out the album. So,
Yeah.
you know, that was pretty dope to see.
Yeah, see,
That's how the source was though back in the day. The source was the Bible, the hip hop
Right.
Bible. If you got 5 mics in the source, that mean you hot. Like all that shit gone. And there, like to
Well, they bringing it back with their magazine.
To bring that back, you have to like re-educate a whole new culture into understanding how important the information in the magazine is, opposed to battling the digital content, which is what killed everything. But analog is coming back though. It's pretty dope. That's the real shit.
I remember being on the bus. I had a big ass backpack, nothing in it but a fucking one magazine. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was my shit. Man, I read that shit over and over and over.
I just went through my storage, my mom's storage last week, and found all of the hip hop magazines, yo. I used to buy them when I traveled, buy 3, 4, 5 to just read on a plane, and just keep them at home. But then it just made me realize, like, damn, like I got the culture right here, like all of the ads, all of the shit back in the day, like the Rockefeller shit, like all of them shit. I got maybe 150 magazines.
We was at the homie King OG house, and we was looking through his thing. He had a whole gang of Smooth magazines. Taking his back.
Everything.
Oh, the King magazine had niggas fucked up, boy. You see the girl on there, you fast forward their page.
I was in a lot of magazines
back in the day. I be looking like Johnny Blaze, Paco. I'm like, who's wearing these big ass shirts?
South Pole,
and Nietzsche, whatever.
Nietzsche, yep.
I remember, you know, I used to go to barbershops back in the day. They used to have all the hip hop magazines. You go in that shit now, it's the same sports bullshit and some shit somebody's fucking girlfriend probably said, take them shits to your shop, you know. But there's never no hip hop shit. So I like that you guys are doing that, because as a kid, even when I was waiting to get my hair cut when I had hair, you know what I'm saying? The nigga would just be reading all that shit, and you see, that's how you learn your style. You see how motherfuckers, the shit they wear,
fashion, art,
all that shit, man. The cars they drive.
Especially as a kid, though, like you waiting for a cut, you just read a magazine. Like editorial, it died out for a second.
Yeah, but I like that y'all doing that. And y'all sticking to what y'all believe in, and it's becoming big. Like I said, I'm looking forward to when I'm on the shit. I'm telling you,
y'all gonna cover out this bitch.
No, I'm gonna be on the cover of this shit. I'm gonna be carrying that motherfucker like a flag. I'm gonna put that shit on my car, and they gonna be riding down the street. That motherfucker gonna be.
We have a whole rap car full of this.
Rap to be on that motherfucker like that. Real shit.
Nigga, we made it.
But go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you guys on social media. Tell them once again about the magazine and anything else you feel is important that they need to know.
All right, yeah, you can find me Overtime Hustling _CEO on Instagram, Overtime Hustling on Twitter. And, you know, just the next issue is going to be dropping like January, February. So we're now taking submissions for all that.
That's dope.
Freezus Christ on Instagram. That's FreezeusKhrist. And be on the lookout for the Real Discussions About Nothing podcast coming out.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Real quick, I gotta say, free my brother Backblocks. You know, he's a real big part of the magazine. If you actually look in the last issue, we got Behind the Wall magazine.
Okay.
So we got 2 magazines in one. That's another publication that we're gonna be coming out with shortly. And that's just a spot for convicts and inmates, people like that.
That's kind of like Feds.
Yeah, to get their stories out there.
That's what's up.
I like that.
Remember Feds, Mac?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that used to be my shit. Yeah, Don Diva. Yeah. Make a nigga feel old.
Murder Dog. Remember the Murder Dog magazine?
Murder Dog,
Yeah.
Ozone.
What's your social media?
King OG 577. That's on Twitter and Instagram, and you can look out for King OG Volume 2 coming soon, and the next issue of the Overtime Hustle magazine. Who's on the Dream Doll? Yeah. You know, that's basically it.
Dream
right
Doll
now.
on the cover?
Yeah, the winning
lit.
team. You know what I mean?
What she look like?
Like the Dream Doll.
She was bad. Was she bad?
Oh yeah.
That's lit. She a diva?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's
for
lit.
sure. For sure.
That's dope. She
You
came with
know.
the whole package.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate
Like
it.
I said,
Definitely.
hey, looking
Thank you
forward
for
to
having
that
me.
shit. Cody
Yes.
gonna stop hating on your boy.
Oh, she said she can't.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
On that note, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back. Listen to the Fixx on Dash Talk X.
We gotta get her.